everybody. Next week we're going to start into talking about the New Testament. Specifically, we'll talk about the 400 years between the New and the Old Testament. If you're saying to yourself, wait, what? We're done the Old Testament? Yes, we're done the Old Testament. It might seem weird because we ended with Esther. Esther's like in the middle of the Old Testament. There's all kinds of books after Esther. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi all come after the book of Esther. So how is Esther the end of the Old Testament? Let me tell you, it is the end of the Old Testament. And here's why. It's the end of the historical books, as in the books that talk about Israel's history. Israel's history starts with Abraham back in Genesis, and then Moses comes and all that, and then the historical books cover from the time that Moses died when Joshua takes over, all the way until the 400-year silent period, the time when God didn't do a lot for the Israelites. He just waited because his Messiah was coming. So we're talking about the end of the Old Testament today because Esther is the end of the Old Testament. And though Esther was a great, awesome character to study, she does all kinds of good for her people, it's still a weird way to end. It's not like, and then God did this, right? Like, and then they lived happily ever after is how fairy tales end, or a wrap-up. Books, when you write a book, it comes with a wrap-up. Like, what happened to the characters after the big events? Did they go back to their lives? Esther doesn't do any of that. It doesn't wrap up the Old Testament. So the Old Testament ends, and it ends very abruptly. All the prophets, they happened during the time of Esther and during the time of Kings and Chronicles. They don't end the Old Testament. The Old Testament literally ends with Esther, with just one more story, just like the story of Moses, the story of Joshua, now the story of Esther. Where's the conclusion? Where's the wrap-up? Here's the conclusion. God's story wasn't done, and you know this. The New Testament was written for a reason. The Old Testament, they were waiting for a Messiah, promised all the way back in Genesis chapter 3, when God promised that he would defeat Satan one day. And now, all of a sudden, there's 400 years of wait, and then God sends angels and wise men and shepherds and starts prophesying and doing all these wonderful things. The high priest has visions, and things are getting exciting. Exciting for what? The birth of the Messiah. Because ultimately, the Old Testament can't answer the fact that all have sinned and come short of God's glory, Romans 3:23, and Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is death. Ultimately, they knew that there had to be something bigger, something more. There had to be a Messiah, because otherwise there's no forgiveness. And so the New Testament starts with a bang of angels and shepherds and wise men and prophecies and John the Baptist being born and turning over in his mom's tummy and all these wonderful things, because finally the Messiah had come, because God wanted to show the people of Israel that he loved them very much. Well, make sure you check out the videos, the Buck Denver videos that Kay sends out this week. And next week we'll jump right into the New Testament. We'll start talking about those 400 years. But until next time, love you tons. Have a blessed week.